И всем привет, канал MitrichPlay, и мы продолжаем проходить игру The Dark Eye Demonicon. Так, ну что. Детей всего 7, не считая нас, надо убить 5, 2 мы уже убили, осталось 3. Да. Нас вернули в город. Окей.
Those snobs in the upper town don't care whether we eat dirt down here or die in our own shit.
Чё за... Да бля, вам-то что и надо, а? Разрулили же все. Походу, они на нас все еще охотятся. Затаили обиду.
Just because the bloody guard have someone guilty
now the
to
dragon
show.
has a body and soul.
You two have been enemies for as long as I've known you, Sergeant.
This time it's different. At first I thought he wanted to get revenge for a few things from earlier. It would be just like him to break your truce. But it hasn't stopped. He claims he wants to free the Warunkians from some subjugation. Been calling himself the Protector of the Forgotten lately. The truth is, he just slaughters anyone he doesn't like. Women, children, he's gone crazy. This isn't just crime anymore, lad. This is war.
Sergeant, what do you want from me?
Why, to warn you, of course. What else, lad? Sooner or later, Parel will sidle up to you and start spreading his dirty lies. You must not believe him, lad. Doggle and Dratchash. Don't believe a word that rogue says.
I'll be careful, Sergeant.
And if you run into one of Parel's brown nosers, make short work of them. They all deserve it. Cause Tusha Mortimus.
Dashing, those Rondrians. Finally someone's cracking down around here.
О, сундук появился. Значит, это не единственный, наверное. Надо обойти квартал.
12 gods? Bullshit.
Перел сошел с ума, походу. Но я, в принципе, не против, можно его убить. Наемничья тройка превратится в двойку. Бля, этот гвардеец тут уже все серии валяются. И только сейчас появился кружок на нем. А зачем мне старый храм Ронды? Дали возможность зайти. Тут что-то есть? А, ну это типа... Если мы не вернули свои шмотки, наверное. Да? Так мы их можем вернуть. принципе, да, с картелем определенно надо заканчивать. Опа. Ворота. Интересно.
I think that's Chiron.
Здрасте, приехали. Чё ты тут забыл? А, это глашатай, наверное, переехал. Бля, не, они засели в гвардии. А кто вас сюда пустил?
I think that's Chiron.
Что это такое? На земле кто-то начирикал. Какие-то символы. Так, нам все пути перекрыли, у нас остался один путь.
12 gods? Bullshit.
Видимо, из-за этого.
Ah, Chiron.
Reverend, Margrave.
I'm glad you're conscious this time. Thank you again for your dedication to the good of the city.
What have you discovered?
Gamut actually was on the track of a healing artifact, but he died before he could find it. His methods were unusual, but for the sake of all the infected, I've arranged for the search to continue.
So, there is hope. By Mother Parain, that's good news. Here, take this. Warrank owes you her thanks and recognition.
And be more careful in future. Evil often comes unexpectedly in the Shadowlands. My people can't be everywhere.
Especially since your people should be primarily concerned with the enemy beyond the walls, Metropolitan.
All the better that there are no disagreements as to who will execute the summoner my people caught.
To my knowledge, that was a certain traitor, one whose demise left a vacancy not only as your deputy, but also in the office of Plague Bailiff.
Казнь? Какая казнь?
Metropolitan Turgilev, you're the leader of the Rondrians here in Warunk, right?
If titles are important to you, the Metropolitan represents the Sword of Swords, the head of the Church of Rondra.
Strange title.
The sword is the queen of weapons. It is simple, honest, and without guile.
And virtuous enough to be used to put false co-conspirators in their graves.
If you want to look at it that way.
Фальк жив? Серьезно?
Margrave, isn't your place really in the upper town?
That does not mean that I don't like to mix with people. I enjoy watching the carpenters just as much as I do spending an evening in the gardens up there. But you're right. Normally, Sergeant Fergalosh would be responsible for the lower town. Currently, however, some developments require my attention.
So the summoner finally gets his just desserts. Have you learned any more about why he was summoning demons within the walls?
His deeds were too reckless for a mage. His demonic masters must have ordered him to. Or Falk.
We demanded answers from him, but he remained silent.
And your goddess doesn't like the methods available to force someone to answer, right?
Either way, the sword is too good for him. So he will hang. An interrogation will be a waste of time.
Да я тоже думаю, надо его казнить. Но лучше давай мы его допросим.
Where is this execution going to be held?
Marketplace, second hour.
And of course you too are welcome to be there when the villain gets his just desserts. Until then, farewell.
His hanging corpse will serve as a warning to those who still pact with demons.
Fine. See you at the execution.
And greet your father for me. I'm sure he's expecting you. You'll find him in the old pillory.
Кольцо дали, ну-ка. Ух ты. Броня выше. Вах. Красненький. А, это походу комплект. Да, это комплект. Он просто сразу наделся. Так, окей. У нас есть амулет. Говно. Кольцо Маркграфа. Парирование 1, здоровье 2, льстец 1, торгаш 2. Хорош. Вот на это я бы поменял. Надо еще амулет исследовать. Бля, тут все еще перекрыто. А чё вы все перекрыли? Разобрали бы уже баррикады. Демонов уже давно нет. Так, кузнец. Ни хрена себе. Урон 11. Метательный урон 5. Так, подожди. Ну-ка. Дубина. Ловкость 1, к здоровью 2. Шанс крита, вот хороший. Вот этот молот возьмем, он прям очень сильнее. Наш 7, этот 11. Так, клепанный кожаный, мягкий кожаный, это все было. Штаны. Ну да, у него все старое. Так, амулет. +1 к здоровью. Здоровье +2, восприятие +2. Ну нет, нам кузнечка нужна больше. Хорош. Тебя мы уберем. Тебя поставим. Сюда можно что-то нацепить. Шанс крита +2. Бля, не, это не то. Улучшение режущего. Режущего. Нужно улучшение громящего оружия, значит, да? Вот. Плюс к громящему. Шанс крита +1. Скорость атаки -5%. Бля, да что за... Хорош. Так, наш бессменный торгаш.
How may I be of service?
У тебя что? У тебя фуфло, да? Ну, собственно, то, что я тебе и продавал. Руны купим, пусть будут. Так, руна воина. У нас есть лишние. Давай их вставим. А нам куда? В гостишку? Топор, конечно, выглядит ублюдски. Посмотрим, какой он в работе.
Those assholes in the guard slaughtered everyone who wanted to get the food from the armory and spread it around.
Those assholes in the guard want to spread it around fairly, not just throw it out into the street where the strongest just take it all for themselves.
He's from the guard.
You're back. You defeated Gamat.
It was his destiny, he claimed. The power of his gift has been transferred to me, just like Falk's. But I have even more to tell you, about undead slaves and false saints.
And then there were 5. It's terrible to learn how your own children butcher one another. And now the next awakened is already on your trail. She says she will find you, and she gave me this.
An awakened was here? She spoke with you?
I don't know if she wants us as allies, or only as tools for her own plan. These are instructions on summoning. She said it can call up the demon that created your gifts. But the document is complicated. Nandurian figures, encrypted 3 times. I'll need some time to make sense of it.
Why should she play into our hands when she has everything and we have nothing?
She says that she can free you from the forced killings. I'm afraid we have to play along for now.
Only until she shows herself to me. Then she will answer me. What does this awakened expect to get by summoning this demon? That's risky business.
If she's telling the truth, the ingredients listed in these instructions really could help. Each demon has its own peculiarities, which must be taken into account during the incantation. The real danger starts when it appears. The demon's true name helps to keep it under control, but you can never be sure if they will really follow your commands or betray you instead. In the end, the exact wording of the command is the most important thing. Whatever you negotiate with the demon, it will stick to it. And that's why every summoner is eventually dragged down to the nether hells, because they used the wrong words just once.
You've always had this way of boosting my courage.
You're not just every summoner, Chiron.
You called Gamat your child. Don't tell me that you're father to us all.
Calandra is not your sister, you know that. I know I sired 3 of the 7. 1 girl, 2 boys, and you are one of those boys.
And Calandra?
She has a different father. He is as shrewd as he is obsessed with Borberad's teachings. 3 women and 4 men. That should be all 7 awakened.
That means this awakened could be my real sister.
Yes. Maybe Falk was your brother, or Gamat, or one of the others.
Да не похер ли?
I found out that Azrael took Calandra to the Clawmaw to expand her consciousness using a demonic plant. Azrael introduced her to Gamat, but didn't let them fight each other. The way Gamat spoke about their relationship, it reminded me of the way you taught us.
It fits. Azrael is trying to seduce Calandra with Borberad's teachings, just like me. Vast knowledge, infinite power, tempting things.
We also don't know what role the Awakened who visited you plays. She may even be Calandra's messenger.
Or her killer. That would be the worst.
But there has to be something you can tell me about this Awakened. After all, she did come here.
Maybe her gift drew her to you. Maybe she couldn't resist its power any longer. The gift influences the will of its carrier. You've already noticed that, haven't you?
Yes. Can you tell me more about her?
Her clothing is provocative. Lots of necromantic symbols. Not exactly Borberadian.
Maybe she's not one of Azrael's followers.
She did say that she wants to help you, though she may be out to trap you. But with her look, she will have to keep a low profile in Warunk. That could give you an advantage.
Ну, понято.
I've never summoned a demon. Even if I wanted to, I wouldn't know how.
A summoning isn't something you just jump right into. The preparations require time. As far as I can make from the document, 3 paraphernalia are needed to perform the invocation.
Paraphernalia?
Offerings to the demon. They make it easier to call and dominate. Summoning ingredients, if you like. It says, First take unto thee 3 stones of the 3 great powers. From the manor rob then 3, of the world, of magic, and of divinity. Burn now the 3 in demonic scorching flame of the nether hells.
Where am I supposed to get stones like that?
Summoning instructions are basically a matter of interpretation. You'll probably have to improvise. It's best you find this awakened and ask her. Then you can still decide if you want to perform the invocation.
If she isn't luring me into a trap to kill me.
Either way, you can't really lose.
Ничего не имею против. Даже если она наша настоящая сестра. Давайте ее убьем.
People of Warrank, here you see the villain responsible for the attack on our city and our faith. The executioner's sword he defiled is too good for him. A vile rope should suffice to send his dark soul where it belongs, the nether hells. Know this, Warrankians. So end those who dare rebel against the 12 gods. Take heed those who have used recent events to satisfy their greed. They are wrong, and I will call them to account. So, rogue, any last words?
You will pay. You will all pay.
Fire! Fire at the old Rondra temple!
Skellina, Mactala with Harika. Your pardon, sir, but have you seen my girls? We had agreed to meet, but they haven't shown up. That's not like them at all. Oh, it's you.
Right.
It's your fault my brother died in Moloch Mountain. The least you could do now is help me. If I lose the girls too, I'll have no one. Please, find my daughters. I can reward you.
I noticed the summer stared at a child from the scaffold. Could your daughters have been at the execution? Or at least one of them?
The execution? Possibly. They were always wherever there was something to see. Especially Mactala loved that kind of thing. Even egged the others into proving their courage at the prison, even though I always forbade it.
Tests of courage near the cells of robbers, murderers, and defilers. I bet the summoner really impressed them, didn't he?
By the Dark Mother, they spoke of him. Please, you have to find them. They're triplets, barely 10 years old. They all have my hair, and they're all wearing green dresses. The prison is in the guard headquarters, but they could be anywhere. Maybe even in the upper town.
I'll have a look around.
Так, пожар.
Now my brother's in jail.
You want to prove yourself?
О, задание. Похер, все поднимаем.
Now my brother's in jail. Just because the bloody guards wanted to have someone guilty to show.
I always used to feel safe behind city walls. But lately they haven't been keeping the horrors from the Shadowlands out anymore.
Пожар. Точно. Ёпты, что это?
Nice fight. Chiron, I presume.
Нихера себе.
You know, if you have something hotter to offer than that fire, I just might be able to answer that.
Where that fire comes from, it's so hot that tougher men than you have melted like sweet caramel.
And you want to be the one to suck the last bit of life from my body before you enslave my bones, right?
Sounds inviting. But first, we too have a demon to summon.
So you really mean it?
Of course. It's high time we were rid of these demonic gifts.
I'm not summoning some demon just to toss in my soul. Maybe you're only here to get it yourself.
Listen, Chiron. Azrael created our 7 gifts. She had to promise the demon 6 souls in exchange, but she is allowed to keep the 7th. That last soul is supposed to become Azrael's tool, the first paladin. And of course, there can only be one. Azrael believes that life is but a constant battle, and she forced that battle upon us with the gifts. In the end, all of the prey has been devoured, and only the hunter remains. Borberadian philosophy.
You gave me the instructions for a summoning. You tell me Azrael's plans, I have everything I need. That sinks your chances of survival.
Damn it, you're just so cute. It isn't that easy. I have 2 secrets you don't know yet. The first is Zulgaroth's true name. That is the only means of controlling a demon that powerful once it has been summoned. The second secret, if I ever give it to you, will be a gift.
And I will have to earn that gift, right?
That depends on how far we go, Chiron. The true name should do you for now. By the way, my name is Cassio.
Cassio.
Your appearance isn't exactly inconspicuous.
Thank you. You look pretty tasty yourself. Who am I supposed to hide from? That shriveled-up dwarf or the old man with the cane? They're busy enough just trying to kill each other. Why is Warunk considered freed when a woman is frowned upon just for showing a bare ankle?
I wasn't really talking about your ankles. I noticed you for other reasons.
That doesn't bother me in the least.
Ну ок.
The fire demon, what did you have to do with it?
3 stones of dominion, burned by demonic fire. The first, from a house of worship. It couldn't have gone better.
You summoned the fire demon.
You'll have to find that one out for yourself, handsome. But if you are looking for advice, in this city, the truly wise are likely to be behind bars.
All right, so we collect stones.
Good luck, and see you soon.
Так, классики опять нарисованы. И ребенок. Походу, некромант дал им задание рисовать эти классики, чтобы они вызывали демонов. Вторые классики я видел возле...
He's still young and has strong arms. In the Middle Lands, he would still have a life ahead of him.
казарм.
Hey! Down here!
Magus, as fresh and free as ever.
Naive irony, how amusing. In actuality, I'm only staying here to ensure that my appeal proceeds properly. According to the Codex Albiricus, I'm a free man.
Be glad you're sitting in that cell. There are fire demons wandering around out here.
Are you serious? That amateur was actually successful?
How did I know that you would somehow be involved?
Sir, I did not ask to be quartered next to that bungler. And when I learned of his perfidious plan, I did my best to minimize any damage.
A temple burned. A child is dead. Your help seems to have taken an unusual form, Theodore.
I am in no way responsible for the fact that those brats failed to memorize a simple hopscotch.
Tell it from the beginning.
This summoner they just hanged. Presumably he wanted to take revenge on the Warunkians and use those innocent children as his tools. He wanted them to summon the Typhelel, the fire demon. Summon? How irresponsible. I thought my plan had countered his plan. 'Tis a fool who thinks he's smart.
Just so I understand this correctly, the summoner taught the children a magic formula that would allow them to summon demons.
Absurd, I know. Also, I can hardly believe that pin-headed academic lightweight actually created that plan. It is as if it was someone else's idea.
How did you plan on keeping the children from performing the summoning?
The demon servant gave them some summoning chalk and taught them some hopscotch. I listened and realized if performed correctly, those innocents would summon a Typhelel. I used Sleep of 1,000 Sheep to make him sleepy. Then I taught the children a few syllables of Zyad, the language of the demons, as you may know. If those snot-nosed little brats had memorized and recited those few simple syllables correctly, the demon would have appeared in a much weaker form, if at all.
Not bad, for an eccentric bookworm.
You do me too much honor. After all, it didn't work, did it? And a prohibition would have only encouraged them, never mind the fact that the utterance of prohibitions is per se paradoxical. But, Nandus, forgive me, the villain was a better kindergarten teacher than I. Perchance you're interested in the Typhelel yourself. I could teach you the wording for that spell, just to be safe, of course.
Then let's hear it.
Malkor, Mashrak, Maragosh. Zijan, Typhel, Marashik. Marak, Maratai.
Do you smell that too?
Yes, but it is not my fault that the sanitary facilities in these lodgings leave much to be desired.
That smells like smoke.
Truly. The upper town, it's burning. Well, at least now you know where the remaining children are, don't you?
We'll speak again, Magus.
If I still should be here, gladly.
Так. Это у нас верхний город, да?
A fire demon, out of nowhere. Pray us, help us.
I'll handle this. Is the way clear?
In principle, yes. Providing Perel's people let you through.
Then speak on my behalf, Margrave. A child's life is at stake, and not even the cartel could want to see the upper town in flames.
You really think they still listen to me? No, Chiron. A lot has changed since you killed Falk. There is no plague bailiff anymore. All those Rondrians who served the traitor fell to Yarkon's sword. And Perel and Fergalosh both want to prevail in their turf war before the Rondra Church can send more troops.
Fergalosh wants to designate the new plague bailiff. He lied to me.
Perel believes he is fighting for freedom. Fergalosh believes he is defending the law. But both are making a terrible mistake. They're putting their hatred above the good of the city.
I understand. The guard is out of control, and that leaves you but a single man alone.
There is one option. Perhaps Yarkon's people are stronger. The remaining Rondrians are the only way we can get this town back together. And I would be very grateful for your help.
Simple question. What's in it for me, other than the cheers of Warunk citizens?
I'm still the Margrave. I'm certain I'll think of something appropriate.
Time will tell, Margrave. My next target is a fire demon.
О как. Интересно. Так, куда пойдем? Куда пойдем? Налево тупик. О, направо. Да. Зайдем сюда. Гвардия и синдикат перешли в активную фазу войны.
Fire! Fire!
Все ворота закрыты, молодцы какие.
Fire! Fire!
Да фая, нет вай-фая. Блин, молот, наверное, все-таки стоит поменять. Хотя... А чё я не качаю? Подожди, я забыл совсем. Увеличивает наносимый урон. Ледяное копье 3. Ну-ка, ну-ка, ну-ка. Ассасины какие-то, блядь. Откуда у них ассасины? Я думал, у него в синдикате преступном его только бойцы. What we have here? Здрасте, приехали. Ты кто? Наверное, какой-то квестовый типок. Похоже на ловушку. Сука, да? Как прям сильно заморочились. Блин, давай все-таки оденем молот наш. Думаю, нам прям не хватает магического урона. Тем более тут все больше магические существа. Демоны, духи. И тому подобная фауна. О, мать, ты что тут делаешь? Ты б шла отсюда. Тут опасно. Ёпты, ты кто? Два, блин. 3. Тормозите. Ну-ка, подожди-ка.
Well, still looking for the flames of passion.
You know there's a fire, and all you do is stand around.
I didn't lock the summoner up and thereby awaken his thirst for revenge. He would have called the Typhonal anyway. But here he's at least useful.
You're gambling with someone's life. A child could burn to death.
Oh, that is unfortunate. I wouldn't have thought that a mind that inexperienced really could call the Typhonal. A hypothetical question, though. Which life would be worth more to you? That of a child, or that of your little Calandra?
You think it's all a game, do you?
Be nice if it were a game. But we need the Typhonal, Chiron. We need those burnt stones.
How could you do that? Give that summoner a crazy idea like that?
Letting children summon demons. Well, we are in the Shadowlands. Better too early than too late.
One of those children is dead.
Perhaps yet another shall soon die, if you do not rescue it from its plight.
You also know where the last child is, am I right?
The ruins of Razazor's pyramid. That would definitely be an exciting place to play, wouldn't it?
You're doing that to provoke me, to see how I react.
I have to know who I'm getting involved with.
You wait here, you still have some explaining to do.
I love it when you give me orders.
Угу. Интересно. Так. В смысле, а как нам? Мы не пройдем тут. А, нам и не надо, ёпта. Вон ворота. Окей. Я тут еще не все смотрел. А вот и демон. Бля, где мана? Чё мне ману не установили? Так, ну одну малую мы спасли. Это вторая должна быть третья. Судя по всему, где-то здесь. Походу, она сама подкинула идею вызова. Но ей тоже надо вызвать демона, так что она сыграла свою роль. Опа, пацаны, вы чё? Не пустите меня? Интересно. А у меня вон где квест. Вот это твою мать. Я что-то не взял. А, понятно.
Hey, kid!
Malko Mashrak Malko Mashri.
I'm talking to you.
Maragosh Mashri, be there in a minute!
Stop that and listen to me.
What do you want from me?
Come here. Very slowly.
Mama told me not to go with strangers.
But she didn't tell you not to call demons. If you want to see her again, listen to me. And now get a move on. Your mother is waiting at the place of execution.
You're a party pooper.
If you don't get a move on, I'm going to turn into a really bad party pooper.
I'm going to tell Mama.
Так, и что, мне теперь самому вызывать, да? Триндец. Блять. Малкор.
Малкор.
Машрак. Маргареш.
Марагош. Zijan. Typhel. Marashik. Marak. Maratai.
Чуть не так, да? Так, а тут у нас... Угу. Все, валить отсюда надо, да? Надо посмотреть, что здесь. Похоже на ловушку. Да. Только что появилась обезвредить. Вот она. Бля, зелье запихнули. Очень ценный трофей, я вам скажу. Ну все, 2 детей спасли. 3 демонов убили. Я даже думаю, можно закончить. Серию будем заканчивать. Ссылка на плейлист в описании. Подписывайся на канал, ставь лайк, оставляй несколько комментариев. Все, всем пока.